Welcome to the Farm to School podcast, where you'll hear stories of how youth thrive and farmers prosper when we learn how to grow, cook, and eat delicious, nutritious local foods in schools. We are your co-hosts. I'm Michelle Markiston.
And I'm Rick Sherman. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today. This is our last installment of what we like to lovingly refer to our Farm to Cafeteria conference in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where Michelle and our guest co-host, Christy Sheridan from the Henry Ford, interviewed wonderful people. And today, I kind of want to set this up a little bit. So we're talking to Kevion Devante, or Kevion Devante Young. It's Mr. Young to his students. He's a teacher. But you know how we like to say, like, farm to school can mean very many things, and like how you get that programming to teach kids about their school. We've had musical guests before, where the Banana Slugs String Band, we played some of their songs, and they talk about food and education and in the environment, especially to get that message in. We've had authors, and we've talked about children's books and publishing companies about how to get the printed word to kids. And we've talked about so many different ways. There's so many different
culture of agriculture.
Yeah, the culture of agriculture. Very good. But this is going to be a little different too. Kevion does something a little bit different to get his message in. And so we're going to talk to him today about that.
Well, and this is a gift. While this is the last one in the installment, this is also something you can start your day with. So this is a gift from him, and it's a gift to all of us. You know, a lot of times, probably increasingly, you're in meetings or different things, and it's like, let's all take a breath. Let's all ground ourselves in the moment. You've been part of these things.
Yeah.
Right? Like it happens at conferences, and it's like, why are we doing this? And the reality is, you know, a grounding moment is like giving everyone a chance to settle, right? And this is really important in an educational space and when transitioning into a garden space or transitioning into different kinds of environments or topics, right? So it's like, think of it as letting, you know, settling. So settling the soil. So learning has somewhere to take root.
Okay.
I just made that up. Do you like that?
I think it works
All right,
fine.
but here's my counselor hat on. This is what I mean by that. Is like, we ground because our nervous system, the technical term is like polyvagus theory, but that's the gatekeeper of learning. So think about it. You're rushed into school. Everyone's yelling. You're getting to the next thing. You have no idea what someone's bringing with them or carrying with them. We all carry stuff, whether it was from 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago. And, you know, when you're revved up, you know, you're stressed or rushed or overwhelmed, this is what our brains do. They just lock the door to learning. So imagine closing the classroom door. So grounding tells your nervous system and your brain, therefore, hey, you're safe. And so your brain can then handle and engage curiosity, connection, creativity. So think of grounding in your own life as adults serving youth. And then also in giving this gift to youth, it's less of a warm up and really more like a
reset. Yeah.
Reset. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're anxious for you guys to listen to this. Turn your headphones up and listen to it and
enjoy. So we are literally wrapping up. People are packing up at the Farm to Cafeteria Conference 2025. The vendors are closing down. Charlie Card has put the card away. The garden towers are down.
They're folding tablecloths.
And we asked Kevion, who we just met in the hallway, to join us because he started our entire day grounding us. And Kevion, could you tell listeners, who are you and where are you coming from?
Well, I'm from Mississippi. I am a CT diversified agriculture instructor, so that's why I'm here. You know, that brings me into the space. They know me in the classroom as Mr. Young. So I'm glad to be here. I mean, Sunny actually invited me, and she was like, you need to come down here, and we need the Zen. You know, it's a lot. You know, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that, but we need everybody, you know, chill, relax, calm, and able to receive the information.
So, Mr. Young, what ages are you working with?
9th through 11th grade.
And so in CTE, like, so career technical education, what kinds of things are you doing with youth?
Well, the main thing's work-based learning these days, because instead of doing state testing, and you can't learn skills from multiple choice. So we're getting hands-on in the garden. They have something called a SAE, Supervised Agricultural Experience, where they have to commit 35 working hours. So they can go work under someone. They can make up their own entrepreneur. And they actually get paid from this too. It's nothing that I'm creating, because with the diversification of agriculture, it's based on the students' interest.
And what are some examples of where students are choosing to work?
Well, I have one student out of Minnesota. She came down. She's raising chickens. She got me into raising chickens. Even if it's McDonald's or any, the one thing I let them know is ag's not just about farming. Okay. If you can make it make sense and how it relates to the overall economy in the world, then yeah. And let's see, what else? I got a tree cutting services. I have one student and his dad. I got one student doing hydroponics. Microsoft gave me a microbit. They sent microbits to the classroom like as a pilot. So I got one student, he's tinkering with that, creating codes, and you can actually create music with, like the plants.
I don't know.
I don't know what a microbit is either.
I don't either.
Yeah, so you hook it up to the plant, and it gives you all this data.
What?
But you also can, have you see those what are the midis, where you can use the bioelectricity from the plant, and it produces sound. Yeah, so I'm like, that's right up my alley.
Jaw drop is just what happened. That's so neat.
Yeah.
So Microsoft sent that to your students?
Yep, I just applied. They sent me a $500 check and the microbits. And it was
wow.
Have fun. Let's see if your students can use it. And it was a pilot. So it was their first year sending it out. And I just asked for it, and they just sent it.
So students are, you can't receive if you don't ask.
Yeah, all they can do is say no, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your students are doing food, fiber, timber, and then the culture of agriculture.
Yeah. It's all wrapped into the culture, because that's my whole perspective of moving into ag. Is how does this relate to you and your community? The things that you love.
Can you say more?
How? Well, culture is in the word agriculture.
That's very true, and it's very rarely talked about. Actually, I love this.
Yes, and that's why when I coming into it. So even before teaching ag, I was teaching predominantly yoga and doing sound baths and, studying chiropractic. So I was initially want to be an animal doctor. But so I pretty much transitioned back to Mississippi. I studied abroad in Kazakhstan. So that's what started my ag journey. I got kind of mixed into the story. So in 2015, I did international research. I did a chemical blood analysis of the Hereford cattle, and that's what started my expertise in ag. My sister has a degree in ag, but I'm actually a biologist. So when it came to culture, I consider myself a global citizen. So traveling the world, learning about people and being a person, and I'm people too. So I don't necessarily see myself outside of anyone's community. If I can learn their person, they can learn my person,
That's beautiful. A global citizen. I love that.
Thank you.
And you're like, we're all still learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff we've talked about today is students, but I think it's, I'm still learning, you're still learning.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this conference has shown us that.
Yep.
We're all humans.
Mm-hmm.
We're all doing the best we can.
Yeah. And you got to just enjoy being on the journey. That's why I made mention of that in this morning's meditation, enjoying the ride, because, it's not about getting to a certain point. Like, it's going to end for all of us. So we have to enjoy what we're doing and how we're doing it, and really process the experience each moment at a time.
So what inspired you to do a meditation, grounding, and sound bath even with students?
Well, I'm a musician. I'm a trumpet player. I've been playing for decades at this point, because I started in like 6th grade. So I went to through college, full scholarship, and for me, I was conflicted with my journey in the beginning. Like, okay, I'm a biologist. I'm going to science class. I'm going to lab, but I'm also going to band practice. And I'm like, why don't I choose? But then realizing nothing is separate, I connected those things within myself. And so learning about cymatics, frequency, energy, and understanding like music muses us. Like it's literally like holding together the fabric of the molecules in a way, you know. Just like when the opera singer sings and she breaks the glass, her voice matches the pitch of the molecular structure of that object. So I realized how powerful music was in that way. I'm like, it's beyond entertainment. You know, it's being abused, honestly.
Would you be willing to share some?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm here for this.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
We are setting up. Mm-hmm. We are pulling out.
What are these instruments called?
Yeah.
So this is a singing bowl, it's a chime, and this is an ocarina. Most people know ocarinas from Zelda.
Okay. Like the video game
Yeah,
Zelda?
like
Okay.
the video
Sorry,
game.
I was either going to make a really nerdy reference or I was going to, I don't
You're
know,
always
be
on
spot
point.
on.
You're always spot on.
Yeah. So you want pure sound, or do you want some word? Like this morning, you want to reiterate that?
Whatever you would like to share.
Okay. Well, I'll start with the sound, and then I'll give the word with the sound, and then I'll sew it up with the chime, just like before. All right. So. Find the stillness and your sacred place within. Be in your body. Feel the earth supporting you, uplifting you. Know in this moment your absolute worth. With the breath as the guide and your heart as the flame, embrace all of yourself in the call to your name. May your kindness expand far and wide. Honor your bodies and the lands you reside. Listen to the sound of your soul deep from within. Our visions together, internally and true. Whisper, I am here. I am you. Focusing on the breath once again. Allowing yourself to be where you are. Allow each vibration to tone the mind to be sure. Let it be the calm that helps us endure. Meet yourself with love, walk away in peace, and with care inside, grounded in self and enjoying the ride. Know you are whole, no matter your fight. Continue with grace, nourishing the future and remembering in every dark corner to be the light. Remember where you are and why you are. Breathe deeply and bring yourself back to being human as you are.
Thank you for being human together.
That was amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel it. I feel it.
Feel it big time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's just what we needed right now.
I have nothing else to say.
I know. I feel like I'm so zenned out now. I almost fell asleep. It was so good. I'm just just breathing, relaxing.
Good.
You're amazing.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's some years of practice and performance. So, yeah, thank you.
Talk to you soon.
Mm-hmm.
Take care.
All right.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for listening. And Christy from the Henry Ford for being our special co-host. Thanks, Christy.
And Kevion for sharing your message with us too. Farm to School was written, directed, and produced by Rick Sherman and Michelle Markiston, with production support from the amazing Leanne Locker and the incredible Lauren Toby of Oregon State University. This podcast was made possible in part by a grant from the United States Department of Agriculture.
The content and ideas of the Farm to School podcast do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Oregon State University or the United States Department of Agriculture. See, we already feel calmer after listening to that.
Yeah.
It like brings it all down. The USDA and Oregon State University are equal opportunity providers and employers.
Do you want to learn more about Farm to School? Check out other episodes, show notes, contact information, and much more by searching Farm to School Podcast, OSU.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Stop by. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. See you next time.